Hi guys, please take some time to pick a card number that you would like. So you've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can pause this video if you need more time to reflect or you need to find a crystal that speaks to you. If you pick a number, then I'll reveal your messages. Hi Great One, if you chose the blue lapis lazuli crystal, then these are your messages. I think for this situation that your crush in particular, it's going very slowly. I think you've liked them for a little while and there's perhaps been a little bit of disappointment there. So you might feel like you're kind of going, 4 feet ahead and then 6 steps back, and it's kind of like you've got 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot off. There's not much stability and security there. And I think that, because things are going so slowly, you kind of feel like you're at a stalemate of the situation and you're not really sure where it's going at all. And I know that because you've got 5 of Cups, but you've got it in reverse, okay? And 5 of Cups in reverse is just that. It's kind of about disappointment and things not really working out the way that we'd hoped. So maybe our manifestations have been slow, maybe not even been actualized at all. And it's kind of really a card of not trying to feel guilty about the fact that things are disappointing. Don't feel ashamed of the fact that your crush maybe isn't coming closer to you, or maybe, there's been some situations that have kind of delayed it a little bit. And this is kind of saying, that other people can help you. So, don't feel guilty about asking for help from others, from your friends, from, if you go to college with them or you work with them, colleagues, kind of asking for help for people to set you up or to kind of put you on projects together so you can get closer to one another. Because I think this person definitely likes you, but I think this person is thinking about the past a lot, and they want to move forward with you, but they're stuck, okay, because they can't get out of the past. They can't get past this, toxic situation that they were in before. They can't get past the ideals that they have about love, and that's clouding their judgment. So I think for them, they feel a little bit guilty about, not going as fast with you as you would like as well. So there's a little bit of parity there with the fact that I think the feelings of maybe a little bit of embarrassment, maybe a bit of guilt, and maybe just feeling delayed are really coming up with that card in particular. You then got Ace of Pentacles, which is normally always representative of money. But Ace of Pentacles is actually kind of a really nice sign for this, because this is an offer coming towards you. This is someone giving you an offering, giving you an invitation to come closer to you. So, perhaps your crush is going to reach out to you. And I always get this as like, someone who kind of sends an email or a text message. They don't necessarily always call on the phone. They send you like a text message. So again, if it's somebody at work, they send you an email. If it's a friend, they send you a text message, and kind of get that communication going there. But again, I think with their past, there's a couple of secrets here, and there's some kind of lock and key moment for them. They need to kind of put the key in the lock, to be able to focus this situation with you. And this is kind of all about new beginnings. So this is a really nice card to get, actually, because although we have the stagnation of the 5 of Cups reversed, we also have this really nice new beginning and an offering of something new with Ace of Pentacles. And this is actually funny as well, because this kind of juxtaposes the 5 of Cups reversed, because this is about manifestations that actually work for you. They come closer towards you. So with 5 of Cups, we've got that stagnation of the manifestation, but then with Ace of Pentacles, we've got that, manifestations are coming towards you. So it's kind of saying, if you have felt that this situation with your crush is going quite slowly, it's not really working out the way you would have liked, it's okay, because your manifestations are coming towards you. They're getting closer. I always see this as like, this is my Great Gatsby card, because Great Gatsby was rich, but also of new money, so new beginnings, new money, but also it's that green light. You are my green light. Green eyes, green light. It'd be funny if this person had green eyes. Green eyes, green light. It's the idea that this person is kind of saying, I am going to give you this grand gesture that is going to make you say yes, and you can't see anything but yes, because it's going to be so romantic. It's the green light for you to say go. And it's also, somebody that could also be quite wealthy, if you're looking at it quite simply. It could be someone who has a bit of money. But also this person is very ambitious and very disciplined. And I think you're going to notice that. I think you're going to be quite enraptured by the fact that they are ambitious. But because they are ambitious, they really go for what they want, and because they're disciplined, they know they'll get it. So this person who gives you this grand gesture, this crush that you have, that will give you the answers, give you the green light, it's going to make everything fall into place and just click. So that's going to be kind of a wonderful situation for you. And kind of tying in with that, you've got prosperity lies ahead with your Moonology card. Obviously, prosperity tends to link to money, and because it's a new moon in Taurus, Taurus is earth energy, so stability and security. But prosperity can also mean prosperity of the soul, of love. You know, prosperity is something that's prosperous. It's something that grows. So this is something that is definitely going to grow. It's not stagnating like the Five of Cups reverse kind of suggests. This is more about, you know, things actually exploding and coming towards you in a really nice way. And then to follow on to that, then you've got a full moon in Gemini, which is air. So you've got earth and air. So, you know, you've got these really earthy air elements, and air is very logical. So again, it works with that disciplined kind of person. And it says the answers you need are coming. Answers you need are coming is kind of the best thing to say, you know. Things are going to work out, you know, answers you need are coming works with that, manifestations are going to work, so things will become clearer. You will have a sense of clarity soon. You will have a sense of things really working out for you, but also this is about two people coming together and giving each other the answers they need. So I definitely think your crush is going to reach out to you in one form or the other and kind of give you the answers that you need. You then got true love, so, you know, what more can you ask for? True love, the romance of a lifetime. So this person is going to be developing into something that's very, very strong and very emotional. And again, you know, the kind of steps where, you know, you're feeling a little bit disappointed, you kind of have to go through those moments where you feel that maybe this connection isn't going to work. You know, I feel like I've done everything, and something, you just need that line of communication to come in to kind of give you that hope again and give you that that branch to the true love. And you also got a love card. I put a love card, and here I like these little angel wings because it's like love can soar and fly. But this says the past is now behind you, and this applies to your crush more than you. So release it and embrace new possibilities. So again, this idea of newness. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So this relationship, I think, is really going to work. It's going to kind of stand that test of time, but it's also going to be something that is going to flourish and is going to give you a lot of faith and love again. So group 1, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and if it resonates, please do let me know. Comment down below, give it a like, you know, let me know your thoughts. Get a little discussion going about your crush. Who's this person, you know? What kind of relationship do you have at the moment? It'd be really nice to see if what I'm saying kind of clicks there. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll move on to group 2. Bye. Hi group 2, if you picked the purpley bluey crystal that I can't remember the name of, then this is your spread. We've got an interesting spread here because we've got some kind of juxtaposing messages, but also some really interesting messages too. So I think with your crush, this is somebody that I think you are either a friend with now or you're growing a friendship with, because you got King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, and it kind of looks scary. It's like this little devil riding a coin, and normally King of Pentacles, you know, means money, but also, you know, in the context of love and crushes, I want to talk about how this person is an advisor to you. So King of Pentacles is somebody that really advises you. They're a very disciplined person. I don't want to say strict, but they are strict on themselves. Okay, they're quite regimented on themselves, and this is somebody that I think in the coming weeks is going to give you what I would call a shocking message. I think they're going to give you a message that kind of puts things into perspective for you. So, you know, if you've been waiting for a message from them, you've been waiting for some kind of activity, that is definitely going to come to you soon. But this is definitely someone who can advise you, and, you know, it's kind of more like a counsellor in a way. So, you know, maybe they do counsel, maybe they work in teaching, maybe there's somebody that, obviously if you're of age, you know, somebody who is in that kind of field, but also this could just be a friend that's giving you good advice and kind of you're seeking counsel to. So you then got 5 of Swords, but you got a reverse. So this is what it looks like normally. Kind of looks scary. Swords cards can seem kind of scary sometimes, but this is not scary. This is somebody, because I mentioned the friendship, this is someone that you might have had some arguments with, or some disagreements where you're arguing over a certain topic, and it's kind of annoying because it's like, why do we keep arguing? You don't want to argue with this person definitely does not want to argue with you, and you've kind of almost pushed things a little bit, you know, maybe you've pushed things in your mind a little bit too, maybe not just in the tangible, like, feeling exterior. This is somebody that you've pushed something in your mind with. you've kind of explored possibilities that they're not really what you should be doing, but you can't be pushed to do that because you've had so many arguments and you just want to leave the tension behind. There's a lot of tension here, you know, but it's not like that kind of great tension. It's more like, am I walking on eggshells with you kind of thing? And this is kind of about, you know, this card is interesting because it means a few things. This could be, there's an ex clouding your judgment here. So your crush could be, you know, perhaps not coming closer to you right now because there's an ex in your mind. And it might seem weird because you're like, well, maybe I don't bring the ex up, or maybe, you know, my crush doesn't even know about the ex, but you don't have to say anything or do anything. Sometimes it's just on your face. It's not so many times in your aura. You know, if you're carrying energy from a past relationship, you know, negative energy, somebody's going to sense that. Somebody's going to sense that bad juju, okay? They're going to sense it and they're going to be like, okay, I can see this as an ex coming this way. This could also apply to your person as well. You know, this person has an ex that's clouding their judgment. And I think for this person, actually, they really don't want history to repeat itself. They do not want history to repeat itself. They are so worried that if they go ahead with this, that something from their past is going to kind of repeat. But also, this is applying to you as well. I don't think you should concern yourself with this, but these are some elements that could be potential reasons as to why your crush is not coming closer to you, and could be potential reasons as to why, you know, things aren't developing the way you've kind of drummed of, shall we say. And I think because this person does want to be your friend or is your friend, you know, the idea of you kind of getting on each other's nerves and, you know, clawing at each other, it's kind of that, you know, when people kind of have a fight and it's kind of a lot of tension and someone goes, oh, God, get a room like you two, fight like a married couple. It's kind of like that, you know. It's this kind of feeling that you just can't express your frustrations with each other. You can't express what you actually want. And so it's coming out in, you know, more aggressive forms, which is kind of a form of love in a way that, you know, there's that aggressive tension. But yeah, I don't think you should concern yourself with anything too much. But I think that, you know, you might be hiding away. And again, there's definitely going to be a shocking message coming in the next few weeks. That's actually evident in both the cards here. But I think you shouldn't hide yourself away, and you shouldn't concern yourself with other people watching this experience as well, watching you two, and kind of putting their 2 cents in, because it's really only just you two at the end of the day. You then got a win-win outcome as forecast forming in Libra. So a win-win outcome is kind of a great positive sign, isn't it? And this is about having balance. So again, this person's going to balance you out. You're going to kind of leap the hurdles of having that tension and those arguments to actually become nicely balanced. But also forming a Libra, so it could definitely be a Libra. Could also be a Capricorn as well. I really love Libras because they are very angelic beings, but they are very logical, but indecisive. And if someone is very indecisive, they really don't know whether to, you know, kind of put the gesture out to you and say, here, fair lady, fair male, you know, this is what I want. So this person could be quite indecisive. So if they're a Libra, and that is resonating or is in their chart, that could be a reason why. But also Capricorn. Capricorns are interesting beings, earth energy, very interested in money. So it's interesting we've got the Pentacles energy and then this. So somebody who's definitely, you know, counselling, but they are interested in money. They may, you know, if you are, you know, kind of working in that field, someone who's a financial advisor, someone who, you know, counsels about money, somebody who is, you know, an accountant, you know, something like that. But this says your hard work is paying off. And it's so fitting to have Capricorn and work in the same kind of field because, you know, Capricorns love to work. They're very, very ambitious. So again, this person's ambitious and disciplined. Kind of similar to group 1, this person is similar. But also this is about kind of knowing that, you know, if you put the hard work in, then the win-win outcome comes, if that makes sense. So you kind of have to put the work in with this person. I wouldn't just sit back and, you know, write about it in my journal and hope it comes true. You know, you kind of have to put the groundwork in with this person because I won't say they're difficult, but they like the stimulating challenge of being an intellectual, and they like to be able to talk to you and kind of play with their words. They like to joust with their words, as it were. And then it's so funny because I mentioned about the gesture. It's kind of, again, group 1 and group 2 are quite similar. So if some things are resonating here but not others, go to group 1 and see if some things resonate for you there as well. You've got to express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So this is saying to you, you need to make the romantic gesture. You know, you really need to kind of express yourself in such a I want to say the word comfortable, because I know doing a romantic gesture can seem really freaking scary, and it's like, oh my god, my heart is pounding up my chest and I'm sweating and I don't know how to approach you about this. But making a romantic gesture doesn't have to be hearts and flowers. It could be just something that is actually very resonant to the person, you know, something really small, maybe just even, because it doesn't say grand gesture, it says romantic gesture. So it could just be, I remembered you said this the other day and it made me think of this or that. Or maybe, you know, they mention something and you see it in a store and you pick it up and buy it for them and you say, this made me think of you. Anything that kind of suggests that you've been, they've been playing on your mind a little bit, and just kind of put forward like the fact that you think about them, you really like them, because nothing ever gets done from two people staring at each other in a room. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of tension there and you might, you know, start to assume things, but unless someone actually says, I like you, or they start a conversation with you from that initial look, nothing is going to happen. So you need to express your love, you need to go for it. Sometimes it's more difficult than that because you're trying to tread the ground a little bit lightly. You know, maybe there's an issue with this person is that you don't want to scare them off. There's external circumstances, third parties, that kind of thing. So express your love can mean many things, but when I say this, you know, take some time to think about how you can express your love. What ways can you do to kind of, even small ways, to tell this person that you like them. And then you also got this woman and a tree. This kind of says to me that, you know, this is a natural bond. So again, you might have been friends for a while, or, you know, you kind of just get on with each other. This says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light. So the negative thoughts, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So again, this is similar to group one, that there's a new beginning here. So once you get past the arguments, you know, you start to put the work and express your love, there's going to be a possibility for a really nice new love here. So that was group two. If you like this, please put a comment down, say if it resonated, you know, get a little chat talking about your crush, you know, just talk about you know, what's going on with you. I love to hear about your guys' lives. I know a lot of people on different platforms tell me about their lives, and I love to hear it because we're all just living the same life, you know. I've been through this 10 times over. Like, just do it. It's great. And then like it if you like it, subscribe, you know the shebang. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll move on to group 3. Hi, group 3, if you picked the dark green stone, and this is your spread, I think for you, your crush is an incredibly sensitive person, and maybe they don't always show it, but they're very, very introspective. They overthink a lot. So you've got Queen of Cups. This is where I'm getting my foundation here. Queen of Cups. A Queen of Cups is someone who is very caring, very sensitive, you know, kind of very parental. This person really wants to confide in you. They want to tell you something, maybe their feelings for you, but they feel they can't. And I think vice versa, I think you want to confide in them as well, just about things in your life and about your feelings, but, you know, for some reason or other you can't. I think there's a lack of trust going on there. And I think that you need to trust your intuition with this person, because this is, I feel this already from the spread, this is going to be a kind of strong love, okay? And I think you have to be, for this particular person, you have to be open to the messages that you're going to receive from the universe. So angel messages. So seeing 1111, 444, seeing, you know, butterflies and owls and birds and any kind of symbol that you link to this person. If you see that, it's very important. And there's an element of like divine timing with this as well. So if things aren't actually going the way you want at the moment, there's a reason for that, you know, it's divine timing kind of at work. And Queen of Cups is really interesting as well, because, you know, there's that kind of queen royalty there. So this is someone who is important to you, but this is also someone who is important to others. So they perhaps have a position of standing, you know, people like them, they want to hear them, they're either popular or they're a leader of some kind, manager of some kind. They like to be at the forefront. But again, they're very parental, either very motherly or fatherly. Very natural person, kind of not really that bothered about money too much. They're much more focused on having good experiences with people, and, you know, again, very sensitive soul. So it could be someone who's into, you know, making really, I'm getting ideas of like making really beautiful art spun and made from gold pieces, you know, like a Gustav Klimt or something like that. They really like to look at things like that, and they're interested in that. So Sorry, excuse me. So, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is an interesting one because I get it a lot. Knight of Wands is kind of a person that is very, very passionate. You know, they're kind of, they're passionate, but they're kind of a pure person. They're very ambitious. They kind of know that they hold the key to success, if that makes sense. They're not really full of self-doubt. But this person is kind of impulsive, and they might say things to you without thinking. And sometimes it might upset you, and you know, maybe they're a bit brutally honest. You know, there might be they might say things, and you think, well, if I was anyone else, I might consider that to be quite rude. You know, and they don't mean it like that. So if they do say things without thinking and it comes off a little bit harsh, you know they mean well. They mean well. They're not trying to be rude to you, but they are. Their communication is a little bit different with you. So sometimes you might feel that things are going backwards because your communication isn't that great, but it's not the case. Okay, they just struggle to express how they really feel. And with Knight of Wands, you know, Knight of Wands this horse, you know, kind of seen as a little bit of a sexual energy. This person, you know, is kind of, like I said, very passionate. They maybe really quite fancy you quite fancy them on an attractive level. You know, sometimes we have crushes on people and we're like, I don't know why I've got a crush on you, not even that attractive. But sometimes we just make connections with people on a soulful level, on an intellectual level. But with this person, I think for both of you, you find each other physically attractive, and that's important. This is also about letting things go. So I always see when I have cards that have these little badminton shuttlecocks, you know, these little ghosties, little beasties, they are flying off into the sunset. They're flying off into the light. You know, things that you need to let go of, so you're able to find the key to your treasure chest to open the foundations of who you are. And that might sound weird because you're thinking, what has that got to do with my crush? Everybody we meet in love teaches us something. They teach us something, and this person is going to allow you to let go of things in the past, be passionate, and they're going to be motivated with you. They're going to be motivated by you and with you. So you two are going to work with each other on things. Again, like I said, this person's kind of very sensitive, but they have a level of standing in society. So they're somebody that words really hold weight. And to talk about the divine, you also got surrender to the divine. So this is about, you know, being patient, knowing that things are going to come to you. So full moon's really important because this is just a full moon. So get a little bit freaky with it if you must, you know, charge your water in the full moon, charge your crystals up, make your manifestations. I know some people say that for full moons you should let things go and not manifest, but just do whatever you feel is right. I don't think you should subscribe to one particular feeling, but I wouldn't say I know, because I'm not a Moonology person or a witch, so I wouldn't really know. Surrender to the divine notes, you know, just know that things are going to work out. So manifest, believe, detach from the outcome, that kind of thing. And then you also got time for healing, which just suggests to me that, you know, you have got something in the past that you need to work out. So, you know, maybe an ex, maybe even negative feelings that are associated with this crush. So I say that because I have a lot of people that I do readings for that come to me and they ask for advice, and they're holding a very specific ideal about how this situation is going to work out, you know, how love works. And it's almost always blocking them. So sometimes the time for healing doesn't always just mean letting an ex go or someone go. It means letting negative thoughts and ideals about this particular thing go. And I say that as well because, again, I have a lot of people come to me, and I've had this situation before. Sometimes you put yourself below this person because you idolise them so much. You know, when we have a crush, but yeah, we have a crush, don't we? So, you know, we think this person's like God, you know, we're like heaven in your eyes. And that's not always the case. It's actually more that you need to be on equal standing ground, take that Libra energy and be balanced. And that time for healing is really telling you to just surrender. You know, for some of you, you might overthink a lot. You might have anxiety about the situation. You know, as soon as you think about this person, look, pit your stomach, you know, that kind of thing. It's just saying you don't need to do that because you need to have trust. Okay? I don't know if that even went in the... Did I even... Who cares? I'm saying it, you know what I mean. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith, okay? trust and faith is the most important thing in manifesting and in having a crush. So this situation is calling for you to have faith and trust, and your manifestations kind of don't work unless you believe it, unless you really have trust in it. You believe in this situation and you believe that everything is going to work out. It's really quite difficult as well, because sometimes people are like, wow, they're not giving me any signs that are letting me have trust and faith, but this is just saying that you need to trust in this situation. This is going to work out for you for the best. And then to work with that surrender to the divine, you also got surrender. And I like this as well, because we also got that full moon, but we've also got water. So be around water, go for a swim, have a nice bath, let water purify you, let it heal you. And it says at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives, let go and all will work out. And it's really quite funny as well, because I always pick these cards at random before I do these readings. So I know some people are like, well, you've already picked them out. I pick them out at random. I just do it like a normal reading, but I pick them out at random. So it's so great that they all link together. And it's that kind of old adage thing about, you have to let something die in order for something to live. So again, there's definitely something from your past that you need to let go in order for you to kind of move forward with this person. So kind of surrendering is really important too. So that was your reading, group 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it and it resonated, please put a comment below. Talk about your crush in the comments if you want. Give me some information. I'd love to hear about your stories. It's great because we're kind of all living the same life, so everyone has similar stories and we can all help each other out. And if you do like this, like it and subscribe. And yeah, thank you very much, group 3, and I'll be on to group 4. Okay, bye. Hi, group 4. If you pick the bluey greeny crystal, then this is your spread. So your crush in particular, I think you are going to have a really, really deep connection with this person. So I know that because you've got 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is kind of known a little bit around tarot circles as the soulmate card. But 2 of Cups is about, things growing, and, this is, I think for you and your crush, this is in the early stages, okay? So you're just getting to know each other, maybe you haven't even met yet, maybe you're just aware of the person, but this is very baby steps in the early stages. And I think actually it's funny, because I think it's either like that or you have a deep connection with them. There's no in between. I think you either, you just kind of baby steps with them, or you've kind of already established that you two like each other, but it's not going anywhere. So there's no in between there. There's not like umming and ahhing, like there's just 2 stages there. I think this will definitely end up in a relationship, and I know that from the rest of the cards, but I think that's because you two see each other eye to eye. So you have a parity with each other, okay? You kind of have this strong magnetic connection with each other. You're kind of giddy around them, they make you weak at the knees, maybe they get a little bit funny, they get a little bit butterflies in the tummy, but I think you two bring out the best in each other, okay? I think you motivate and inspire each other, and I think out of something very difficult comes something beautiful, okay? And I think for that there is this idea that you two have a romance. You then got King of Swords. Kind of looks kind of scary as well, this person just stabbing themselves. King of Swords is someone, this is interesting, this is someone who's practical and spiritual. So the practicality of earth energy with spirituality. Interestingly enough, in the Moonology cards, you've got Earth, Virgo, and Air, Gemini. So it could be seen as, practicality or spirituality, because Earth signs are very stable and secure, much more practical, whereas Air signs, they can be up with the fairies sometimes, but they're also quite logical as well, but they can be incredibly spiritual people as well. King of Swords is interesting as well. This is someone who's very intellectual, very honest. They see things for what they are. There's a level of clarity here. And what I love the most about this is, you've got these rainbows. And rainbows to me, it's always like soulmates and, great love. Because it's like, a manifestation is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Also because rainbows are quite rare. But this is actually, this person is intellectual. I think they have a solid reputation. They're like a consultant. They like to advise people. Again, there's some really similar people in this spread actually for all the groups. But this is somebody that kind of taking that air energy, understands systems. They understand how things work. They just see things. They are very open, and I mentioned about practicality and spirituality with this because I think although they are logical and they see things like systems, they're spiritual as well. So they have that philosophical, intellectual element where they can really understand you as a person. But this card is actually might be coming up because this is saying that you need a little bit of help from your friends and family to push this along. Okay, so again, if this is in the early stages, you know, like I say, like group 1, get your friends and family to kind of hook you up, kind of get you closer. Maybe if it's at work, get you on a work project. If it's college or university, get you on a college project together, kind of push you together. If you've got a bit more of a deeper connection with them, like I said, there's no in between here. If you've got a little bit of a deeper connection with them, getting a friend to really just you and push you along and kind of work that in tandem. It then got you are good enough. This is interesting to get because this, you know, kind of suggests to me that maybe you have some self-limiting beliefs here. Perhaps with this situation, you either don't really believe it's going to work out, or maybe you don't believe that this person really wants you. And this could be, you know, idea of feeling slightly rejected. You know, maybe you feel that because it's not come closer to you, it's because, you know, you aren't good enough. That is not true at all. You are completely good enough. The person that is meant to be for you will see that straight away. They will see that in you. They will not say you're not good enough or you need to be this and that to be with me. No, they will understand that. So here you kind of need a little bit of a pep talk, a bit of a boost, which is why I mentioned, you know, speaking to friends and family is really important because they tell you how great you are. They just tell you how great you are because they see it. They see it. They've known you for quite a while and they see you for who you are. And they can tell you all the amazing qualities that you have because all of you are watching this are good enough. All of you are watching this are beautiful creatures and you're special and you are worth this person's time. Okay, you're worth this person's time. If you are being made to feel like, you know, you're not worth that time, that's another conversation for another day, isn't it? You know, you kind of have to cast judgment and be the person that knows what to do here. And then kind of following on for some issues that might be coming up through communication. So you've got communication is key. I always think it's interesting with Gemini because that idea that, you know, someone's a bit Jekyll and Hyde. You know, they might be saying one thing but giving you the action of another. And actions speak louder than words because actions are much harder to lie. Okay? And there's a common saying, I don't like it when people talk to me because when people talk then they start lying. And actions really do kind of hone down on the truth of people a bit more. And like I say, this person sees things for who they are. I don't think this person lies, but I think that, you know, maybe you're both pussyfooting around the situation a little bit. Maybe you're both a bit like, well, I kind of want to put a little bit of gesture here, but I don't really know how. We've got this connection. I can feel it. You know, maybe you felt it when you first met them. You had this like electricity and you can't really describe it or explain it. But your communication is kind of off. Maybe every communication you've had with them is like, what's going on here? Like it's not really giving me what the actions are. So there's a disparity there on the communication is slightly off, and it's the key to a relationship. You know, it's the key to making this this situation work. Because if you don't talk to each other, you're only really just two people standing in a corridor staring at each other, longing for each other. And you're not really getting anywhere. You then got soulmates. This is your soulmate. Again, I picked these cards at random, so to get these together is really interesting to get 2 of Cups and the soulmate card. So this person's your soulmate. Again, if you really feel it in your gut, and you know this person is special to you, you owe it to yourself to pursue that. And again, communication might be the way to do that, but also feeling good about yourself, you're good enough, having that strong sense of foundation and limiting beliefs. And then to finally add it on, you've got only time will tell. And you've got this woman that is got a heart here, and she looks kind of sad because she's like impatient and she wants things to happen now, but that's not really what's working. It's like only time will tell. I want it to happen now. And again, it doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes it's a little bit harder, but only time will tell. It's just saying, you know, again, surrender to the divine. All of these cards are kind of saying, you know, time will tell with this. You know, I don't think tomorrow one of them's going to be like, oh, you know, it's going to come in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months. Again, Corona's slowing everything down. But I think you're definitely going to have to communicate with this person in order to get what you want. And then only time will tell if this is going to be a connection that will stand the test of time. And it's interesting because, you know, you think, oh, but it's a soulmate. Soulmates don't always get together, not to be negative, but soulmates don't always get together. So it's up to you to really push it. If you think this is something that's important, go forth, charge, and make it your own. You know, if this person is really important to you, then they will show it. And I think this person kind of needs what I call a kick in the ribs. That's what my mum would say, get a stab in the ribs, because you need to keep moving on. And this person might be as my dad says, a slow monkey to catch. So you might need to kind of utilize your friends and family's advice in order to be able to compact this situation and make it work. I hope that's made sense. Sometimes I go on a bit, but this is a really nice connection, and if it is in the early stages, this is really nice. I'm looking forward to seeing how this develops with you guys. So please do comment down below what your situation is. Let me know if you're one of those rare people that are in between, and also like and subscribe. Just get a little conversation going down. I'd like everyone to talk about their crushes, just to kind of get some stories, because we're all living the same lives, and it's great just to kind of give each other advice. And again, you're seeking advice from friends and family. Why don't you not seek advice from me and other people that are in similar situations to you? So that was group 4. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you enjoyed the whole video if you watched the whole video. And yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next one.